Hey besties, welcome back to Leendo's kitchen. So as you have seen with today's video, we'll be making dumplings, steamed bread, iDombolo. Yes, so I'll be taking you guys along, showing you all the different steps that I'll be embarking on. It's sort of like a journey. So I'll be showing you guys how I actually got these dumpling or steamed bread. So yeah, do stay tuned to the video so that I can show you all the steps, all the processes, including the ingredients, and I really hope that you enjoy this video. Also, if you are new to this channel, please subscribe. Subscribe to the channel, and also give this video a thumbs up and share this video with your friends as well. So yeah, thank you for tuning in, and let's get right into the video. Firstly, the ingredients.
Ooh, when I'm feeling so hungry, I go watch my favorite girl. When she's cooking and baking, I love that delicious dessert. Man, I love that Leendo's kitchen. Leendo's kitchen, I love you, Leendo. Yeah. Cook for me, my Leendo. Man, I love that Leendo's kitchen. Leendo's kitchen, I love you, Leendo. Yeah. Cook for me, my Leendo.
Okay besties, so the ingredients that we need for our dombolo, or other people call it steamed bread, are as follows. So firstly, we've got 3 cups of flour, and then we also have 3 tablespoons of sugar. Over here we have 3 tablespoons of melted margarine. You can also use butter. And then over here I've got grated carrots, but as you can see, the carrots are like finely grated. So I actually used this side of the grater, not this side, not this side. You use this one because you don't want it to overpower your steamed bread. And then we also have 1.5 cups of warm water. And then obviously this is like the key ingredient, yeast. You need like 2 teaspoons, not tablespoons, 2 teaspoons of yeast, as well as half a teaspoon of salt. So these are the ingredients that we're gonna be needing. So for now, I'm just gonna take you guys along, show you the process of how we do everything. Oh, but firstly, let me tell you about the overall time that you'll need for this. So when you are preparing your steamed bread, you will need about, let's say, 20 minutes for the kneading, for mixing of the ingredients and everything. And then you need an additional 1 hour to let the dough raise or to proof. So you'll have to leave it like in a warm place. So I usually use the oven. So what I do is I switch on the oven maybe to 180 degrees, maybe for 5 minutes, and then I switch it off. And then I'll take my already mixed dough and then put it in the oven so that it can raise properly, because of the warmth in the oven. Because usually when it's winter time, it becomes so difficult for your dough to actually raise, and sometimes it may not raise at all. So you have to do this trick that I'm telling you about, switching on your oven and then letting it cool down a bit and then putting your dough, so it will raise very nicely. Sometimes it won't even take an hour, maybe it will be 45 minutes. Yeah, then it will be ready. And then you'll also need another 45 to 50 minutes to cook it. I mean, you'll be boiling it, to boil it, so that your dumpling or your steamed bread is nice and proper. So I'm gonna show you all the steps of everything, and then you can try that at home. So yeah, stay tuned. Okay besties, so these are the apparatus that we'll be needing for our steamed bread, or for iDombolo too, you know. So yeah, let's get right into the video so I can show you guys all the different steps on how to get this delicious dombolo. Oh wait, you guys did not tell me that I'm not wearing my apron. Let me quickly wear it. Yes, Okay, so let's get into the videos, bestie. Okay, besties, so first and foremost, we're gonna mix the dry ingredients first. So I'm adding my 3 tablespoons of sugar, and then I'm also adding half a teaspoon of salt, it's half, it's not the full spoon, so half a teaspoon of salt. And now I'm adding 2 teaspoons of yeast. Okay, let me get a scissor. I'm adding 2 teaspoons of yeast. So this is 1, and then this is 2. So those are our dry ingredients. Now I'm using my whisk to mix. Make sure that everything is mixed properly.
Damn, I'm so hungry. Let me go to Leendo's kitchen. Ooh, when I'm feeling so hungry, I go watch my favorite girl. When she's cooking and baking, I love that delicious dessert. Man, I love that Leendo's kitchen. Leendo's kitchen, I love you, Leendo. Yeah. Cook for me, my Leendo. Man, I love that Leendo's kitchen. Leendo's kitchen, I love you, Leendo. Yeah. Cook for me, my Leendo. Man, I love that Leendo's kitchen.
All right, so the next thing that I'm going to add is the melted margarine. So I'm gonna add it here, and then once I've added that, I'm adding in my water, and then I'm mixing everything together. Okay, so now, like I said, I'm adding my margarine. So you just add it to the flour, and then you mix.
Damn, I'm so hungry.
Mix.
Let me go to Leendo's kitchen. Ooh, when I'm feeling so hungry, I go watch my favorite girl. When she's cooking and baking, I love that delicious dessert. Man, I love that Leendo's kitchen. Leendo's kitchen, I love you, Leendo. Yeah. Cook for me, man.
Okay, now that I have mixed my margarine, I'm going to pour my warm water into the flour, and then I'm going to start mixing with my hands. Make sure that your hands are clean, and then start mixing. So I also need to just clean the table and prepare for kneading. Okay, so now I'm adding the warm water into our dry mixture. Don't pour all of it in at once. Just pour and then mix. Okay, so besties, this is how your dough will be generally. It'll be very sticky, and that's fine. That's how it must be. And as you can see, the 1.5 cup of water is finished. But yeah, this is pretty much how your dough is gonna be like. Don't make it dry, it must be like this. So now we're gonna start with the kneading process. So what I'm gonna do, I've got here 1 cup of flour. So I'm just gonna sprinkle it on the table. And then just take your dough out onto the table.
Damn, I'm so hungry. Let me go to Leendo's kitchen. Ooh, when I'm feeling so hungry, I go watch my favorite girl. When she's cooking and baking, I love that delicious dessert. Man, I love that Leendo's kitchen. Leendo's kitchen, I love you, Leendo. Yeah. Cook for me, my Leendo. Man, I love that Leendo's kitchen.
Okay, so now we start kneading. So you can just pour a bit of flour on top. So I'm pretty much done kneading the dough. So this will take you about maybe 10 minutes, and you'll see on the table the flour that I had put on the table, it's like gone, and the dough is very soft, as you can see. So now I'm going to add my carrots. I'm just gonna add my carrots. I'm gonna sprinkle them a bit and then mix, and then again before I take it into the oven.
Damn, I'm so hungry. Let me go to Leendo's kitchen. Ooh, when I'm feeling so hungry, I go watch my favorite girl. When she's cooking and baking, I love that delicious dessert. Man, I love that Leendo's kitchen. Leendo's kitchen, I love you, Leendo. Yeah. Cook for me, my Leendo. Man, I love that Leendo's kitchen. Leendo's kitchen, I love you, Leendo. Yeah. Cook for me, my Leendo. Man, I love that Leendo's kitchen. Leendo's kitchen, I love you, Leendo. Yeah. Cook for me, my Leendo. I get good on my seat when I watch your receipt. Your viewers, you love them, you call them besties. With your softer like boss when you bake your biscuit. If you waitress for me, I could give you a tip. In the morning, I love your latte with the mixture of banana bread, macaroni and cheese. Like an onion, you leave me in tears. And the recipes are easy to follow. Funupana umpegeli logo. Tana wantu yazinto wenzayo. When I watch that Leendo show, man, I get hungry. When she mix the ingredients, I get more hungry.
Okay, besties, make sure that your carrots mix properly with your dough. And you don't have to put all your carrots. Can you see I only use like half of it, but it obviously depends on how much carrots you would like to have in your dombolo, but it shouldn't be too much. So when you're looking at the dough, you can see some carrots here and there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to add this dough into this bowl. So I've greased the bowl with some butter, as you can see around, and now I'm going to wrap it with some cling wrap, and then after that it's gonna go into the oven. Just make sure that it is tight. Another thing also, the carrots are entirely optional, like you're not obliged to add carrots. I just like to add them. You can also add maybe sweet corn. You can also add cheese, like tiny bits of cheese. Anything basically that you want to add. You can add mixed herbs, so it doesn't really matter what it is that you want to add, so that your steamed bread or dombolo can be very nice. But at the same time, you can have it as plain as you would like it to be. Okay, so now I'm just gonna put it in the oven for about an hour so that it can proof and raise properly, and then after that I'll show you guys what we are gonna do. Okay besties, so this is how our dough looks like. It is perfectly risen. Yo, it even smells great. So I'm just gonna open it now. This is how it is. It looks and smells so good. All right, and then I've got here my muffin pan or muffin tray, and I've greased it with some margarine. You can use butter, you can also use cooking oil, it's still fine. So now for the dough not to stick on my hands, I'm just gonna pour a bit of cooking oil on my hands. And I'm going to start putting it. Can you see how it looks? Okay, so what you do is you squeeze it out here so that it forms a proper ball, and then you put it in there. Okay, I think that is too huge of a ball.
Damn, I'm so hungry. Let me go to Leendo's kitchen. Ooh, when I'm feeling so hungry, I go watch my favorite girl, when she's cooking and baking. I love that delicious dessert. Man, I love that Leendo's kitchen. Leendo's kitchen. I love you, Leendo. Yeah. Cook for me, my Leendo. Man, I love that Leendo's kitchen. Leendo's kitchen. I love you, Leendo. Yeah. Cook for me, my Leendo. Man, I love that Leendo's kitchen. Leendo's kitchen. I love you, Leendo. Yeah. Cook for me, my Leendo. I can enjoy my seat when I watch your recipe.
And then the last one, I'll just put it in here in this ramekin. Okay, so let me take it to the stove now so I can show you what happens next. All right besties, so basically I have my pan over here, and then so I'm gonna switch the stove on to 6, and then I'm gonna pour some hot water inside the pan, about that much. And then you take your muffin tray, you put it inside, and then you can also just add and then with this pan, I'm just gonna close it like that. So basically I'm gonna let it boil for about 40 minutes, 45 minutes to an hour. And then yeah, you just constantly open and see if maybe the water has reduced. Then you can add more boiling water, but make sure that the water does not get on top of this pan over here. It must always remain at the bottom. All right, okay besties, so as you can hear, it's busy boiling. So I'm going to just show you guys how it looks currently. It's not done yet. I think it's about 10 minutes in. So this is how it looks like. So I'm going to close it and then it will continue. and then we'll see at the end. Okay besties, so 40 minutes have passed, so we're about to check it out. Let's see. Ooh, it looks so good. Okay, so you also need to check if it is well cooked. So I usually use like a toothpick, and then I just sort of like prick it inside just to see if nothing comes out. As you can see, it's clear, then it means that it is well cooked. And you can also just check, can you see it comes out like it's not sticking onto the pan, so you know that okay, now it is cooked. You know, it looks so pretty, so delicious. I can't wait to eat it. Also, as you can see, they're quite huge. That is because I put quite a lot of dough inside the cup. So if you don't want it to be so full, you can just put a little make sure it's not too full in the cup before you start steaming it. But yeah, basically this is how it looks. And also thank you so much for tuning in to this video. If you do happen to try this recipe at home, do tag me on Instagram, on Facebook, and let me know how it turned out and whether you enjoyed it. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.
Damn, I'm so hungry. Let me go to Leendo's kitchen. Ooh, when I'm feeling so hungry, I go watch my favorite girl. When she's cooking and baking, I love that delicious dessert. Man, I love that Leendo's kitchen.